Hello viewers, welcome to a lecture series on marketing management, and we are going to discuss about the marketing mix. This is going to be part 2 of our lectures on this topic of marketing mix. So I told you about the marketing environment and then controllable and uncontrollable factors, and within those factors we discussed about the controllable factors, and there we ended up talking about the marketing mix. Why do we call it 4 P's? I told you that McCarthy gave this term called 4 P's for marketing mix. So we were discussing about the product strategy in the marketing mix, that what are the key elements of product strategy. So this is the first component of marketing mix called product, and product is nothing but any offering which can satisfy the needs of your target customer is called product. So bundle of utility which we are designing to cater to the requirement of my customer, that is called product. It can be in terms of a product, it can be in terms of an idea, it can be in terms of a service. So it is not necessary that whatever you are offering, that is in terms of physical product only. It can be in any form. So we have to understand, my dear learners, that product is basically a bundle of utility, any offering which can cater to the requirement of the customer, that is called product. Now the question comes, what are the key elements in product strategy? What a marketer does? The first and the foremost thing which a marketer decides or determines is the design and quality of the product with which they are going to enter in the market. It is just like preparing ourselves to enter into the market, that what would be the face of my product when it reaches to the customer. So the design and quality must meet customer expectations. So we have to look at it from the eyes of the customer, that in what form my customer wants to look at this product, or what qualities, what is the level of quality which my target customer wants. So the design and the quality of the product is something which is decided at the very outset, and it is one of the most significant strategy adopted by a marketer while developing a product strategy. I'll be discussing with you in great detail the way these strategies related to product design and quality is determined when we'll talk about the product as a complete topic, or as a subject. Here we'll be confining ourselves to marketing mix, because product is one of the elements of marketing mix. The second one is how to differentiate my product. Suppose I have designed my product and the quality is also of requisite level. Now the second level is how to differentiate my product with that of my competitors. How can my customer identify that yes, this product belongs to me and it doesn't belong to my competitor? So to create a differentiation, it is just like, we having our names. Our names are different, otherwise we all are human beings. How to differentiate? So the name becomes a differentiator, and with that we are identifying that this is Mr. X and this is Mr. Y. Likewise for products also, the naming is very much important. You must be getting my point. We are talking about branding. So how to build a strong brand which can be recognized by the customers? It is very crucial for the success of any product. So determining or developing a brand which can differentiate our product from that of competitors, that is another crucial element in the strategy of product when we are developing a product strategy. So branding is another important component in the strategy of product, or in a product strategy, where we have to build a brand in such a way that it can emerge as a key differentiator of our product, so that with that brand, by simply looking at the brand, people can identify that this brand belongs to this company. And at times marketer doesn't want that customer should know about the company. You would find number of examples where the brand is so powerful that people don't know about the company. They identify the product by their brand only. So this is another important strategy under the head of product strategy. And we all know that every product has a life. So product life cycle is another important term, where we have to understand that the product life cycle has different stages, which starts from introduction to growth, maturity and decline, and it is going to affect our strategy. In every stage our strategy is supposed to be different. Like suppose if we are in the introduction stage, our strategy related to product would be different. The same strategy cannot work when we are in a growing stage, or when we reach at maturity stage, some revival techniques are needed. And at the time of decline, suppose although we try to avoid that situation that decline should come, but even if God forbid if the decline is being faced by a marketer, they will try to make changes into their product strategy. So this is what Kotler discusses about the product life cycle, and says that your product strategy must have conformity with the life cycle of your product. So we have to understand at which stage my product is. So at which stage of its life cycle my product is traveling or position, and accordingly our strategy need to change. If I am introducing, what should I introduce? We should emerge as what type of product, what USP we are going to place in front of our customers, that we are going to cater to their requirement in a different manner. So in what way we are different with that of existing products if it is not a new product, that is something which is being determined by the marketers under the head of product strategy. So by simply saying that we are offering a product, our job is not done. We have to identify the different components of the product strategy, and we have to work on that. So the product which is coming to us from a marketer, it is basically coming after a significant set of efforts made by a company, by a marketer. And of course the differentiation is very much significant. So it can be any symbol, it can be any name, it can be any logo, design or style to differentiate their product with that of their competitors. So it can be unique feature, it can be quality, it can be branding. So whatever strategy you are adopting, your objective is to differentiate your product from that of your competitors, just to ensure that your product should remain visible, because visibility is very important. Out of sight, out of mind. So customers should know that this is for this need of mine, there is a product by this company which is available. Now the question comes, what strategies are there under the head of product strategy in the marketing mix? So we have to first develop either a new product. Suppose if we are into the development of a new product, we would develop a new product, or if we are dealing with an existing product, we may have to modify the existing ones to cater to the changing requirement of the market. Suppose I am dealing with a product which belongs to the existing market, which is an existing one. So in the market this product is already existing. Now how to make changes into my product so that it should identify, it should find its own demand, it should find its own customers. So for that we have to develop a strategy. If it is a new product, we have to identify, we have to understand how to develop a new product. We all understand that new product is being developed through a very stringent and very rigorous process, and we all understand that 99% of the new products normally fail. Research indicates. Researchers indicate and they ratify that 99% of the new products, they usually fail. So it is only the 1% of the new products which survive in the market for long. So with this nominal sustainability rate of 1%, if we are going to develop a strategy for new product, we can understand how cautious, how vigilant we are supposed to be. So we have to be as vigilant as we can be, we have to as disciplined as we can be, because we are going to deal with a strategy where the chances of failures are as high as 99%. So we have to understand that either we develop a new product or we are modifying the existing ones. We have to keep in our mind what is my customer's need. So by doing so, we are basically following the marketing concept where the starting point is the target market and focus point is customer's need. So what my customer wants, whatever is the need of my customer, that is something which should be our strategy. And then we should try to offer variety of that product, different variants, different models, sizes, features to attract the diverse customer segments. So we have to understand about the SKUs. There is a technical term for this which is called stock keeping units. Suppose if I take one product in a specific product line, so the number of sizes which we are offering, the number of colors which we are offering, the number of variants which we are offering about that product or of that product, they all are multiplied together to know about the SKU, the stock keeping units. So your stock keeping units increase with the number of with the variety of sizes, models, the variety of products. Suppose if you have different variants of one product, and then those products are available, those variants are available in different colors and sizes. So all these are multiplied together to know about the SKU which you are maintaining. So stock keeping units which you are maintaining is comprising of all those things. And now you can imagine the magnitude of effort you have to make to ensure that whenever my customer wants, there should not be any shortage of the product which we are offering. So how to attract diverse customer segments? For that we have to decide that we have to offer variety, different models, sizes and features. And then comes another strategy called how to manage the portfolio of products strategically. We call it together as product mix decision. So a product mix is comprising of different product lines. You are dealing with different lines, and in all those lines there are different items. So starting from different product items which make a product line, and then all product lines with which we are dealing, if we club them together, that is called product mix. So product mix is basically a broad term which comprises of various product lines with which my company is dealing, with which your company is dealing. And in those lines, in every line there can be hundred of products. So imagine if you are dealing with 5 product lines which are representing different segments, which are representing different types of products. In those 5 lines, if you are having number of items, then of course that would be a huge task for you. So you have to manage the entire portfolio of products in such a strategic way that we have to prioritize the most profitable or growth oriented ones. You have to prioritize those products which are most profitable or which are actually the growth oriented ones, so that our resources are used in an optimal manner. So there has to be an optimum utilization of resources which we are going to use. So in product strategy, roughly, or in nutshell, I would say, in marketing mix, the first P, which is represented by product, it requires a lot of decisions to be taken by marketers, starting from the product design and quality to branding, then understanding, dealing, strategizing the products as per their life cycle stages, differentiating your products with that of your competitors. So all these strategies, they are basically part of the product as one of the component of marketing mix. The second component is basically the price. So the second P is represented by price. Now what is the price? We all understand the value which is being sacrificed by a customer to acquire a product or service. So, or you can say in technical terms, you can say it is the amount of money which a customer must pay to acquire up any product or service. So if we talk about the value proposition, whatever value I am sacrificing as a customer, I want at least the same value to be back, to be returned by the marketer. So price is the amount of money which I am paying as a customer to acquire a specific product or services. So pricing strategy can significantly impact the positioning of a product. It can impact, it can affect perceived value, or of course eventually the overall market success of your product. Now it is up to you to decide how to price my product. And when I am going to price my product, the first and the foremost thing which I should keep in my mind is the target market. What is my target market? What my customer wants? So key elements in pricing strategies are something which we have to understand here, which we have to discuss here. The most traditional and the the method which is being used for very long is called cost based pricing, where the price of a product is determined on the basis of cost of production plus a markup. This is the oldest strategy of determining the price of a product, that I aggregate the cost which I am incurring for developing a product, for manufacturing a product. So I first calculate the cost and then I add my own markup or margin into that to decide the price. That is called cost based pricing. But suppose if I am doing so, I am actually working in a very isolated manner. If it is not a new product and I am dealing with the existing product, then I cannot ignore the price being charged by my competitors. that I decided this price, that this is my cost of production and this is the margin I want, but whether my customer would be willing to pay or shell out this much of money for this product, unless I know that my customer would be willing to pay this much of price, I cannot resort to implementing this cost based pricing strategy, because this strategy was best used when we were following the production concept or the product concept, that whatever my cost of production is, whatever product I am offering, accordingly I am deciding the price. So here the price is which was determined on the basis of cost of production plus a markup, it cannot be used in isolation in today's world. So the remedy to this strategy is value based pricing. So time belongs to the present day belongs to this pricing strategy, where price is based on the perceived value of the product in the eyes of the customer, not in our eyes. So we cannot confine our pricing strategy to production cost only. We have to understand that whatever price I am charging, going to or planning to charge from my customer, in the eyes of the customer, what is the perceived value of this product. So price is here is basically based on the perceived value of the product in the eyes of the consumer or the customer, rather than simply the cost of production. So we have to work on production cost. We cannot impose this production cost on our customers. So we have to decide the value based pricing. So cost based pricing is basically an old story. The present day reality is value based pricing. There are different other aspects of pricing strategy is there, which which I am discussing in front of you. So I have told you about the cost based pricing and how it has become redundant, and now we talk about value based pricing, which is the present day reality. Then comes penetration pricing. You decided value based pricing, but again, what is your strategy? You decided, you know that you cannot you can no more go ahead with the cost based pricing, and you have to switch to transform yourself to value based pricing. So decide the price of your product on the basis of the perceived value in the eyes of the customers. But the second question which comes to us is, you have gone for value based pricing, but what is your strategy while entering in the market? What do you want from the market? Whether you want to gain the greater amount of market share quickly, or you have some other strategy to play. So what is your strategy? What is your business strategy? If I wish to gain greater amount of market share quickly, within no time or with less amount of time, then of course we have another pricing strategy called penetrating market penetration pricing. Now what is market penetration? Here the price is deliberately kept low uh, as compared to what our competitors are charging, so that the customers may find a benefit there, that yes, this is the value proposition to my mind, but this marketer is charging significantly lower price than what others are charging, so let's try. So penetration pricing is a strategy which is being used by marketers to gain higher market share in less amount of time, in less span of time. So setting a low price to gain higher market share is something which is resorted to by a marketer if your strategy is market penetration. You want to penetrate market. Your strategy is to increase your presence in the market. You want everyone to have your product in their hands. So that is your strategy. So of course you know the value of the product, you are resorting to value based pricing, but even below that you are going to charge from your customers, because your strategy is penetration pricing. Some marketers, they feel that no, my target is not market penetration, it is opposite to that. I want to skim the cream from the market. I want to stay for the long short run in the market. So I am setting a comparatively higher price initially, and later on I would be lowering it over time to capture more price sensitive segments. So some marketers, they actually resort to skimming the cream or market skimming pricing strategy. They feel that we should set a high price initially and skim the cream, earn a significant amount of profit, which will be using in long run to survive. So decide a higher price initially for some time, gain significant amount of profit, and then later on we can lower it over a period of time when product becomes popular, and then we can cater to the more price sensitive customers or that segment in a phased manner. So here marketer is planning to enter in the market in a phased manner, that initially I would position myself as a premium product, which would actually be bought by only those customers who believe that they can shell out, they can pay out the premium pricing. So skimming the cream pricing can also be a strategy by a marketer, and it again depends upon their confidence in their product, because they believe that the value which they are offering for that customers would shell out, customers would pay. There are a number of brands, I won't name any brand, but there are a number of brands or products available in the market which are actually following the skimming pricing or market skimming pricing strategy. On the contrary, we do find certain marketers who are actually following the market penetration strategy. So depending upon your strategy, you would either go for skimming the cream or you would go for the market penetration pricing strategy. And amid these two pricing strategies, there is another pricing strategy called psychological pricing, that you are using prices in such a way that customers are finding it comparatively cheaper than what they are shelling out. It is just like, simply saying in Indian scenario, simply saying that we are charging 99 rupees for a product instead of saying 100 rupees. Although 1 rupee doesn't make any difference, but using prices, these kind of pricing strategies, they actually work as a tact for occupying the psychological attraction of a customer. Customers automatically get attracted to this kind of strategy, that price is only 99. So in place of using 100 rupees or using the approximate value, we are actually using these numbers, like using prices like rupees 99 to influence customer perception. So psychological pricing is another strategy which is there. So my dear learners, we have to understand that while deciding the pricing strategy, marketer of today doesn't go to cost based pricing. They resort to value based pricing, and after understanding the value, they either charge the same value, or at times they charge higher value from the customers if they are following skimming the cream, lesser than this value based pricing if they are willing to penetrate, or at times they go for this psychological pricing also. So depending upon what is there in your mind, as a strategist, as a marketing, as a person of marketing, we have to decide that what I want from the market, what is my purpose of entering in the market. So the basic vision must be clear, that for what my company should be known for. I want my company to be known as which type of company, whether I want my company to be known as a company which offers the premium products, exclusive products, or I want my company to be known as a common man, common person company, where the product is available for the common people. So we have to consider competition, customer perception, and cost structures, all three. We cannot ignore cost structures, but at the same time we have to consider competition and customer perceptions as well. And my dear learners, while deciding this pricing strategy, most of the pricing strategies which I'll be discussing with you in great detail when we'll talk about the pricing as a strategy, they basically go for aligning pricing with brand positioning. Luxury brands, so whatever your positioning strategy is, I want to position myself as what? Whether I want to position myself as a luxury brand, or I want to position myself as a brand which is a common man's brand. So luxury brands, they basically use premium pricing. They follow the skimming the cream pricing strategy, while value brands, they use more competitive pricing, or at times they wish to basically offer the value, whatever value they are offering, they want the same from the customer. And if their strategy is market penetration, then of course the price would be less than that. So my dear learners, these 4 P's called product, price, place, and promotion, these are basically the tools, the controllable tools in the hands of marketer, where they basically not only decide the form of the product, but also their strategies, how to position themselves in the market. And McCarthy rightly said that these are basically the 4 P's, because each and every strategy, each and every component start from the alphabet P. That is why we give it a name of P. that is 4 P's. Now the third one in line is place or distribution. We all understand place refers to how this product is going to reach to the customers, and it involves the distribution channels which are being used by a marketer to get the product from the producers to the customer. So we have to understand that while ensuring the distribution of the product, or while determining the channels of distribution, the channel should be designed in such a way that it reaches to the customers as per their convenience, not as per the convenience of the marketer. I shall be discussing about the strategies or the core elements of this another P, that is third P, called place, in the next lecture of mine. I hope you must have understood the basic concepts of marketing mix from this segment of my lectures on marketing management. Thank you so much.